Welcome to Cheyenne High School. JV action tonight here between the Cheyenne Mustangs and the Fargo North Spartans. Jump ball. That's by number 5. Metcalf, she smacks that one out of bounds. And so they're going to re-jump that one. So starting for the Mustangs in this JV matchup, we have Maya Metcalf there. That comes out to number 14, Carson Sanders. Also starting, we have Lauren Fagerland. And number 15, Brooke Johnson. Number 25, Brenna Dick. So that rounds out your starters for the Mustangs here against Fargo North. Swinging around the perimeter. Ends up in the hands of Fagerland. She's going to swing it around. Down low for Metcalf, and she bumps, clears space, and finishes. So Metcalf with the first 2 points of the game here. For the Spartans, this is number 33. Loose ball down low. Megan Dirk. That's Dirk with it there. She's going to look for 3. A little bit of a fadeaway there on the inbounds, and her shot sails a little off the iron. So it's going to come back to the Mustangs. Down low, that was Sanders, but the ball ends up loose. Back into Brooke Johnson's hands. Johnson with it, high post, Maya Metcalf, free throw. That one misses. Dirk with the rebound. North able to break there. And ball stolen by Brenna Dick. She'll move it up ahead, left-handed layup, and she connects. Little noise from the Mustang bench here, trying to get their team fired up here on defense with a 4-0 lead, 16-16 to go. Ball ends up loose. I'm not sure if the Mustangs touch it. They did not, so it is going to go back in their favor. So top of the key now for Brenna Dick. She's going to set up the half-court offense. Over to Johnson. And a three-point look. Good shot there. That's Lauren Fagerland, one of the best three-point shooters on the Mustang team, and just like that, Fargo North's going to take a timeout. Mustangs up 7-0 early, 15:59 to go. We're going to take a quick timeout. So we're back here at Cheyenne High School, live action. We do want to remind you at Mustang Media to please subscribe to our channel so you can catch all the live events that take place at our school. Tonight in live action, we both have the girls and boys team playing against Fargo North. So Mustang Media is covering the girls side of the action. Fargo North boys are up at Fargo North. So early tonight, so far, we had both the C girls and the C boys winning against Fargo North. So good night to start for the Mustang squads. Ball into the corner and then kick back out. Fagerland with it now. She swings it over to Brooke Johnson and then over to Brenna Dick. Brenna looks into the interior, but there's nothing there. Shot clock winding down. That does get a shot there for Brenna Dick for 3. But that one rattles off the iron. So 15 minutes to play here in the first half. Mustangs up early 7-0. That's a steal by Fagerlund. Kicks it over to Brenna Dick. She looks to her left, and she connects with a left-handed layup. Nice move. So a steal in the backcourt by the Mustangs. They're able to get a layup for Brenna Dick, her second layup on the left side already this half. And they're up 9-0. So good job for Coach Sherry DeMaine and her squad to get things started. Dribble handoff there for the Spartans. A couple of them, actually. Maya Metcalf defending. And that's a three-point ball. Nice shot for number 10, Reagan Carlson. She's a 6-foot sophomore. Good start there for her. So now it's a 9-3 game. Mustangs looking into the interior. That's Maya Metcalf. She kicks it back out. Open look for three. Great find by Maya Metcalf for the assist, and that's an even better shot by number 15, Brooke Johnson. So she gets her first three ball of the game. 12-3 is the lead now for the Cheyenne Mustangs. Just under 14 to play in the first half, and a trap there just after the half line. Loose ball, and I think they're going to say that's a jump. Good hustle play. Carson Sanders comes up, holding her shoulder a little bit, but she looks to be all right. Sherry DeMaine's squad doing a pretty nice job here defensively and offensively in this first half. Looking for Sanders down low, but that pass was a little bit too high. So Mustangs come back, peel back in defense. Spartans look to push. So this is Dirks with it now. And I think Megan Dirk is able to get to the free throw line here on the foul by number 5. Maya Metcalf, and that's her first. So Dirk at the free throw line. Her first free throw goes off the back iron. With that, we want to remind you of our game sponsor, Bell Bank Mortgage. Bell Bank Mortgage. At Bell, people come first. No matter where you are, you'll see the Bell difference in your mortgage experience with us. So a couple of missed free throws there by the Spartans, and then the Mustangs will come back with it. Fagerlund for three. She hesitated for a moment, and I think maybe that little bit of a hesitation got her a little bit off of her rhythm. Still almost made that three anyway. And now Fargo North with it. Ball loose. Brenna Dick comes up with it, pushing on the left side. Brenna takes a little bit of a shot fake, but decides not to shoot that. And that's going to swing around to Brooke Johnson. She skip passes over to Brenna Dick. And she finds a cutting Maya Metcalf into the middle of the lane. Metcalf had a good look at it. That's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Mustangs. 3 substitutions in for the Mustangs. I think I see number 20. That's Terhart coming in. Also in for the Mustangs, number 23, Holder. And number 2, Caitlin Haas. So ball trying to get up to Haas at the top of the key, and that ball ends up out of bounds. So early on in this game, Mustangs flexing their muscles early with almost a double-digit lead at 12.5 to play here. Doing a number on Fargo North, at least defensively, able to only hold them to 3 points right now. That shot there goes off the top of the backboard. Mustangs looking to push. They get up ahead, and that's Holder from about the elbow. Her shot is a little bit short, and rebound comes down to Fargo North. Ball in the hands of Nikita Hanmer. Substitution in for Fargo North is Reagan Carlson. She'll replace number 4, Ellie Sokolovsky. Dirk with it now, and she kicks it up ahead. That gets into the hands of Lydia Farnman. Lexi Terhart comes down with it. Haas with it. She pushes into the corner. Swings it over. That's Fagerlund for another 3. She just misses on that one. Rebound there by Dirk. Dirk finds a cutting teammate, but the pass maybe a little bit too much ketchup on that hot dog. Over to Brooke Johnson now. Fagerlund takes a look at it, into the elbow for Holder. That's Terhark for 3. She hits off back iron. Rebound by Brooke Johnson. She's going to go back up with it, and she connects. Nice rebound, nice putback. Brooke Johnson is a 5'9" sophomore. For those of you that have been following the Cheyenne Mustangs, we are a young crew made up almost entirely of sophomores. We have 2 juniors on the squad, and Olivia Manson and Lauren Fagerlund playing varsity, and only 1 senior, Jaden Feist. 1 freshman on the squad, that is Brenna Dick. So it is a young crew. And with that, we're going to take a quick timeout with 11 minutes to play. Mustangs up early. So back to live action. I was explaining before the break, the breakdown of the Cheyenne Mustang roster. What's unique is that we do only have 1 senior on the squad. That senior is Jaden Feist. It is worth noting that tonight is senior night here at Cheyenne High School, and so we will be honoring and recognize our 1 senior. Certainly the coaches are excited probably at the youth of their team and all the up-and-coming talent that they have, but Jaden Feist is a special player, and she's going to be really difficult for the Mustangs to replace. So oftentimes, and you know, every squad has to do that, you got to replace your seniors. She is going to be one that is going to be difficult to replace on this squad, even though there is only 1 of them on the roster. So inbound there to number 12. Fagerlund took a look at 3, but that one doesn't land. Mustangs continue to pressure the Spartans. Spartans do break that. Probably the best job they did breaking that pressure all night so far, and that does end up in the hands of number 25, Jocelyn Sveet, and she's able to connect for a couple of points. So 14-5 now, 9-point advantage for the Mustangs. They dump it down to Lexi Terhark, and she was bumped down low. I believe they're going to say that foul is on Dirk. Excuse me, that's Julia Steiner. I think I've been calling her Dirk the whole time here. So that's Julia Steiner who gets called for the foul, number 33, not number 23, better have my eyes checked. Ball goes around the perimeter for the Mustangs. Brenna Dick, good little shot fake and into the interior of the lane. She steps through, able to hold on to that basketball, and she makes a nice little shot there. So good shot there by the freshman. And she peels back and continues her pressure on the defensive side as well. So 16-5 is the lead, 11 points with just at 10 minutes right now in the first half. So that shot there by the Spartans does go off the iron, but on the rebound, Holder isn't able to come down with it, and it goes out of bounds off of her. So substitution in for the Spartans is number 23. On the inbounds, that ball is stolen. Ball down low here. After the miss, Spartans come away with it. That ball is tipped and pushed ahead. Good little step through by Haas. I think she's fouled, and she's going to have a couple looks at the free throw. So with 9:23 to go in the first half here, Haas is going to be at the free throw line shooting a couple free throws for the Mustangs. The first free throw rattles around, doesn't connect. Substitution in for the Mustangs is I believe Carson Sanders replacing number 15, Brooke Johnson. Second free throw also can't connect. Holder tries to steal the basketball from running behind, but ball knocked out of bounds. Pass ahead. Number 25 with it for Fargo North. That's Sveet. Ball is stolen. Up ahead to Brenna Dick. She pushes left, but nothing going there. Holder now looking down low. Carson Sanders with it. Moves it around the perimeter. Good extra passing. That does get an open look there for Haas. Offensive rebound for the Mustangs. Brenna Dick has the right idea on the dump pass there, but she's not able to connect into the interior of the Spartan defense, and so that's a turnover. Stolen, I think, for a second there by Lexi Terhark, but I think she maybe got hit in the mouth, and she stopped there to kind of grab herself. She's going to go over and talk to Coach Sherry DeMaine. I think she'll be all right. So 8:37 to go. Spartans do get to the free throw line on that play. That's number 23, Megan Dirk. This time it is Dirk. And I think they're going to say substitution will take place for Terhark. They are going to take a look now, make sure she's okay. So that's Maya Metcalf coming back in for her. And I think they're going to take a peek and make sure everything is okay over on the sideline. So with that, we're going to take a bit of a break. And we'll come back to you in about 30 seconds.
Watching Cheyenne Mustang Media.
So returning to live action, I guess now we've figured out what happened during the break. That was Lexi Terhark, who actually lost the contact lens, and coaching staff went over to the half line and were able to recover that. So Lexi ran to the bathroom here to try to get that contact back in, and Maya Metcalf, who replaced her, gets the rebound on the free throw. So 16-5 is still the lead, 8:30 to go. Brenna Dick works it around the top. Metcalf kicks it back out. That's a good-looking three-pointer for the Mustangs. Tipped out of bounds by the Spartans, and it's going to stay at a baseline out of bounds for Cheyenne. A couple of substitutions in for Fargo North. That's Steiner that's in. Brenna Dick with it now. Carson Sanders, another dribble handoff, working the perimeter. Maya Metcalf looking for the high post action. Looks like they have Carson Sanders running the low post, and they're able to find her into the low post. But she loses angle, and her shot sails off the side of the backboard. Steiner with the pass into the middle. And that pushes up ahead to number 21. And now it goes over to Dirk. 32 with it now. That's Farnham. Steiner with the three. That goes off the back. Fight for the rebound is Holder and Dirk, and they're going to say, I think, jump ball in favor of the Spartans. So 7:37 to go. Possession arrow is going to keep it on this side of the court. Good entry pass. Does get a nice look for Dirk down low, but she can't connect. So Haas with it now. She moves over to Brenna Dick. Mustangs trying to figure out a solution here to the 2-3 of the Spartans defense. It does get with Holder in the corner. She takes a look from about 12 feet, but her shot sails a little long and out of bounds. We do want to tell you, for those of you that are watching, Mustang fans, we would like you to join us for a little bit of time during the warm-up of the varsity game where they will honor Mustang senior Jaden Feist. So please stick around and maybe be a little bit early for the broadcast so that you can see that action. They will recognize the only senior on the Mustang squad, as she has been an all-EDC player last year, likely to be an all-EDC player again this year. Top 10 in both rebounds and points in the EDC, Jaden Feist is, so certainly one that is worth recognizing. Substitution in for Spartans, replacing number 3, Brooklyn Champagne. 3 ball. Goes off the back iron. I think they're going to say Carson Sanders bumps on the rebound. So Sanders, that is her second personal. A couple of substitutions in for the Mustangs as well. Brooke Johnson coming in. Good steal, up ahead. And that's third time Brenna Dix have been the recipient of a turnover bucket. So now the Mustang lead is 18-5 with 6:25 to go, and with that, Fargo North's going to talk things over. We're going to take a break. Welcome back to Cheyenne High School after the timeout. It is Fargo North basketball. Mustangs running in after a little bit of a late discussion during the timeout, but they're able to get back in time. No harm done. Steiner with it for the Spartans, and they'll swing it back around. Number 21's got it now. Hamner. Good little right-handed floater there. Rebound for Dirk, and I think she's fouled. Gonna get to the free throw line. Dirk is a 5'11" junior for the Fargo North Spartans. So under 6 minutes to play now. That one goes off the back iron. Couple of substitutions. Replacing Metcalf and Sanders. That free throw doesn't connect, but an offensive rebound. That one almost makes it for number 32, Lydia Farnham. Inbounds releases up to number 4. Sokolovsky's shot does end up going a little bit short, and it's going to end up in the favor of the Mustangs here. So 5:46 to go. Mustangs up 18-5. 14 fouls on the Mustangs, 2 on the Spartans. Ball out of bounds. Going to go back over to Fargo North. Mustangs continue their full court pressure, and that steal there by Brenna Dick. Good steal, good find. That's going to get a layup for number 12, Fagerland. So that pressure in the backcourt has caused a little bit of problems here on the last 2 possessions, and I'm not sure if they're going to say that went off the Mustangs or not. I think they're going to say it's actually staying on this side of the court, and it's going to stay in the possession of the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. So a couple of quick turnovers. Let's see what can happen after that. Holder with it now. She hesitates. Mustangs swing it around. Fagerlund with it now. Into Holder. High post, a little bit of crowded space there, and somehow it deflected into the hands of Terhark, who is able to come up laughing a little bit. Ball gets to her, and she's able to get to the free throw line. She's going to be shooting a couple of shots here. 20-5 is the lead with just over 5 minutes to play in this first half. First free throw rattles around. Second free throw here. That one goes off the back iron. Score update at Fargo North High School JV action. The Cheyenne Mustangs are up 7. Looks to be in the first half here, about equal amount of playing time and about both. So So at the free throw line, we have Johnson. She's able to connect on her first. 23-5. Pass up ahead, North breaks it. Good find down low, but a block. Good block there by Terhark in the open court. Mustangs swinging around. Continue to try to find that weak spot in the north zone, and Fagerlund finds it, and she hits one off the glass. North with the basketball now. 4 minutes to play. Mustangs up 20 points. Continue to pressure in the backcourt. Swing it around. That's Steiner with it now. She's done a nice job of finding some nice passes over the top, but North just hasn't been able to connect on their offensive side. Loose ball there is collected, and I think they're going to say a foul on Brooke Johnson at the top. Little motion to the right-hand side does free up a jumper there for number 3, Champagne, but she can't hit any iron, and ball's going to end up out of bounds for the Mustangs. So 3:30 to play now. Mustang defense having a great first half here, only giving up 5 points to this Fargo North Spartan squad. Down low to Holder. She kicks it back out. Mustangs trying to use quick passes to weaken up that Spartans zone, and that works that time. On a little running floater. So now it's 27-5. Terhark a little off balance, doing a nice job of not fouling. That shot goes off the iron, and good offensive rebound there. That's Sokolovsky, who's able to connect on the offensive glass. Fagerlund with the 3. Offensive rebound there by Holder. Good steal there by number 20, Terhark, but stolen away. Help defense for the North Spartans on that one was the difference in the turnover, and then they come back and make a bucket. So now 27-9. Mustangs looking into that high post, but there isn't a seal that's working very well. And the low post, they're doing a nice job of trying to get around those Mustang post ups. So a couple of defensive sequences here for the Spartans that turned out pretty good. Steiner, a couple of behind the back dribbles looking sharp. Swings it over to number 10, Carlson. And that shot by number 3, Champagne, ends up hitting the iron twice and out of bounds on the rebound. It will stay in the possession of Fargo North. Substitutions for both teams here now. Moving it around the perimeter. Long 3 there. Back iron, rebound, ends up in the hands of Metcalf. She pushes it to Fagerlund, who goes up ahead to Sanders. Swing pass over to Fagerlund. Good ball movement there by the Mustangs. That gets Maya Metcalf down low, and she's able to connect from point-blank range. So now it's 29-9 with just over 1:15 to play in this first half. Excellent half here by Sherry Domain's Mustangs. Left-handed runner, can't catch iron. That ends up in a three-pointer at the top of the key. Nice shot there by number 3, Brooklyn Champagne, able to connect. Now down low for Sanders, she spins to her right. Good job. Nice footwork there for number 14 for the Mustangs, Carson Sanders, who's able to throw that one off the glass. And now it's a 31-12, 19-point advantage for the Mustangs. Rebound Fagerlund. She pushes ahead, Sanders now. Good find to Elena Holder, but her shot goes a little bit too long. So now we're at 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looks like Spartans are going to take a look down low, but that pass is stolen and up ahead. That's going to be a Fagerlund layup. Lauren Fagerlund with another couple of points at point-blank range after she had a couple on a couple of steals, and now it's a 33-12 advantage. A great first half for the Cheyenne Mustangs, taking a solid lead here at 21 points over the visitors on the scoreboard, the North Spartans. So with that, we're going to take a halftime break. Just as a reminder, after this game, we are going to honor Mustang senior Jaden Feist, the only senior on the Mustang squad, so stick around for that as well. We hope to hear from you soon.
What I love working about Marvin is I'm always given an opportunity to learn new things. There's never really a dull moment.
When my buddies from out of town ask me where I work, I love to share it. There's always opportunities. You can always move up.
You come in here willing to learn, and if you're willing to do that, you can go anywhere.
The people here is what makes the workplace enjoyable. It's a great place to work.
They have a great benefit package, and as I've been here even for a few years, I've seen that package being adjusted and tailored to try to meet our needs better.
Your experience coming in, our experience that we have here, makes a great combination that we invite.
That generation that helped build this company to what it is today is now getting to retirement age, and we're now to that point in the company where a newer generation of workforce is stepping up to the plate. We're finding our own adventure. I think that's exciting. It is an exciting time to be a part of Marvin.
So 35-12 is the score, joining the second half. Also in the studio with me, we have Coach Dan Wolf here, joining me for the second half of this one, and going to be joining me for the varsity game as well. So Mustangs out early with a pretty powerful first half here, Dan, before you got here. Coach Wolf was coaching another game previously, so we're glad that he how'd your game go, Coach?
No complaints, no complaints. We managed to pull out a victory against Cheney Middle School, so shout out to my guys who worked hard tonight.
So hopefully the Mustangs able to hold on to a big lead here in the second half and get the W for themselves as well. So post entry into Terre Haute does sail a little bit long, and so that's going to go back to the Fargo North Spartans. So be interesting, obviously, Coach. We talk about this all the time. JV action. Who's going to get the second half? You know, some of these girls playing two halves of varsity, so only get one half in the JV. Some of the girls from the C squad didn't play the first half of this game, but played two halves of the C squad, so had a little bit of a break. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. You might have a bunch of girls that really haven't played each other yet tonight.
And that may be a little bit by design by Coach Hintz, you know, as you winding towards the end of a season, and you have to start thinking about the future and thinking about how you're going to mix and match some players and things like that. So it's never a bad thing, I guess, to have an opportunity to have some girls that don't normally play together on the floor play and kind of learn from each other and kind of figure out the style of play as the Mustangs go down for an easy 2 there on the fast break.
So that bucket there by Terre Haute puts the Mustangs up 37-12, and the Fargo North Spartans are going to take a timeout. So we are as well. 6:23 to go. So Wolf, 6:23 to go. Mustangs up 37-12, and we obviously looking at a big lead here going into the second half. Coach Sherry DeMaine out of the timeout, probably going to talk to her girls about efficiency and making sure that they're avoiding those turnovers. And obviously, like you said, they got a different crew in here. So we have Erlocker in, and she didn't get any first half action because she played both halves of the C squad. We have Herford in. She had a nice C squad game as well. Offensive rebound does come to Erlocker.
And I would tend to think for most coaches at this point in the season, you are just looking for that sharpness. The season gets long, but I think you want to make sure that you're executing your game plan, running the things that you've been working on in practice, and those sorts of things. Obviously, with any high school athlete, you can't expect perfection and those sorts of things, but I think you're still looking to execute as well as you can as Caitlin Hosney takes a good drive along the baseline there and converts.
Still a little bit of energy coming from the Mustang bench, too, after that bucket from Haas. So now the Spartans come with it, and an excellent left-handed finish there. That might be the shot of the night so far for that's Emily Skolicki, who was able to connect that, going to her left and shooting with her left from about 8 feet. So she'll have an opportunity for the hoop and the harm here at the free throw line. And she does make it a three-point play, so nice little move there for Skolicki. She's a 5'9" junior. Ball back in here. Here's Haas with it. Looking for Holder in the high post, but that lob pass ends up in the hands of the Spartans. They push hard. I think Holder got a piece of that one, and so the ball's going to come back to the Mustangs. Urlacher with it now. She's going to set up the offense. Haas looking for Lexi Terhark down low, but Spartans do a nice job of pinching that. Hereford, good little spin move there. She gets her own rebound, gets a rebound again, gets that one. And, of course, Hereford gets a little laugh out of that one. You missed the first two, and then, of course, the whistle comes and that one drops. Isn't that the way it always works, Coach?
It really seems to. You're working so hard around the basket, and then you draw that foul, and it just floats up there and hangs on the rim for an extra second, and somehow it ends up dropping in.
Hereford's free throw doesn't connect, but the Mustangs able to come down with the rebound. And on the pass, that one does end up out of bounds. So Spartans with it now. That's number 21, Hamner with it. She's going to set up the Spartans half court. Hereford trying to get that pass, but she was a little bit late on the jump. Ball knocked out of bounds on the rebound. It's going to stay with Fargo North. So good little move to the left there. That's Skalicki going to her left again, and this time connecting. So she's had 5 points here in about a minute. Terhardt goes baseline. Great find. Feed for a cutting. Number 23, Elena Holder cutting down the lane and finishing off glass. Nice move there.
The previous two trips down the floor, Cheyenne was really looking to try and get Holder the ball at that high post, but it's such a hard pass to make. If you're a guard, it's a hard position, and when you're that post to try and set yourself and really create good passing lanes, and that time Holder just finding that soft area and flashing to the rim and getting an easy look, as she's going to again here.
So Holder going to get to the line for Fargo North. That was Farnham on the three-pointer. So a good answer for Fargo North on their offensive side, and Holder comes back with it on this side, and she's going to get to the free throw line shooting a couple. So second team foul on North. They both have 2 now. That foul was on number 15 for Fargo North. I believe that was Grace Anderson who had a nice game in the C game. So 43-20 is the score, 13:38 to play in the second half here. 3-point look for Fargo North. That was Champagne that took a look at it. Hereford with it now. She goes to her right. Holder from the elbow. Good looking shot there for Holder, and she's able to connect. So the Mustangs up 25 with just over 13 minutes to play in the second half here. So even though the Mustangs may have switched some personnel, the lead continues for Cheyenne. Nice little step through. Flyby by the defender there from Fargo North, and Holder's able to connect for yet another bucket. So Holder having a nice second half here for the Mustangs. Good move there by number 23 for Fargo North, but they can't connect. So Haas comes back with it now, and she's going to her left. Over to Urlacher. Up top for Hereford. Down low. That's Holder looking for another bucket. Urlacher's bumped there, and that whistle means foul will come on number 15. That's Grace Anderson, and that's her second personal. Substitution in for the Mustangs. I believe that's number 11, Bile, coming in. And with that, I think Coach Sherry DeMaine says we're going to take a little bit of time out and talk things over. So 12:30 to go. Mustangs up 27. We're going to take a break. So back to live action here. It looks like I think Biles going to be taking it out of bounds for the Mustangs. And somehow on that lob pass, they're able to find Holder, who able to score from point-blank range. Biles' pass looked like it might have been deflected or was going to be stolen there, Coach, and somehow Holder just says, no, I want that basketball, and she puts it in.
We've talked about in the previous broadcast for the girls that we've done, which haven't been as many as the boys to this point this year, but you know, this sophomore crew is a pretty talented crew for the Mustangs, and you know, I wouldn't be shocked next year that you're going to see a lot of these sophomores kind of as varsity regulars, and this is kind of open audition nights as the season is winding down and proving what it is you can bring to the table and to help the team, as Lexi Terhardt does a nice screen and roll to the basket, textbook execution of that. I'll have to ask Coach Demain how she teaches that, because that's one thing.
There's a lost art in figuring out how to use that screen and roll. You know, you see a lot of kids maybe moving on the screen, getting called for the offensive fouls. You got dribblers that maybe don't dribble around tight enough, and yeah, there it is again. That's another great screen. Lexi Terhardt, textbook. As soon as that contact comes, she drop steps and seals her defender, and wide open for another layup.
Almost
nice job from
too
Lexi.
easy, yeah, too easy on that.
North working the basketball around the perimeter right now. Good job on the defensive side there by the Mustangs. I think that block came on Terhardt, or it was Terhardt's block. So 53-23, just under 11 minutes to play now. Couple of substitutions in for the Mustangs. Hereford comes out, and I think number 3, Narum, comes in. Working around the perimeter here. Screen and roll this time with Holder. Haas goes into the corner, and Bile swing pass now. Haas with it. She's going to screen and roll. Haas keeps working it around, finds Narum for 3. Right on line, but a little bit short for Narum. Rebound for Fargo North, so they'll come back and try to set something up in the half court here.
And even though Cheyenne wasn't able to convert on that look, excellent patience, excellent spacing on the offense that last trip down. Just really not in a rush, just being calm, looking for the shot that they wanted, and they drew the shot clock down under 10 seconds, but got what I would think would be an excellent look that Coach Demain, I'm sure, was happy with, as Holder sneaks in for an offensive rebound and putback. So again, as we talked about, you want to make sure that you're executing and running the things that you need to run. And Cheyenne looks to be very much in control.
Yeah, the pace of the game, Coach, and everything. And North comes back. Really soft touch there on the three-pointer. But Mustangs are finding ways to score in the fast break, just like they look like they're trying to do here, as Terhardt is cut down on the layup, and she's going to get to the free throw line. So a couple of quick offensive sequences. The one that got the three-point look in the corner on the last series, and an offensive rebound by Elena Holder. This time push ahead up to Lexi Terhardt. She's going to have a couple of free throws. She makes her first, but Coach, as you said, that's coming after a really long sequence where they were able to work the shot clock and get a good shot that way too. So kind of happening on both styles.
And that's always a good feeling as a coach when you know you have players out there that recognize what the situation calls for. And there is a time to push, and there's a time to be patient. And the less you have to do as a coach to try and coach that or get kids to recognize, it just frees them up to play within your system and execute that much better. There's a good drive by North player getting penetration and the kick out to just short of the free throw line for a jumper, unable to convert, but
good steal there by Fargo North on the right sideline. Terhardt didn't see that defender coming up the side, and she was able to pick her pocket. Now North with it in the half court. Steal there by Hereford. Narum with it now, and you can hear Coach Sherry Demain asking her girls to push. That does get Hereford a shot down low on the left side, but she loses her balance and the ball kind of sails off the top of the glass. So 8:41 to go here in the second half. Mustangs flexing their muscles with a nice lead here over Fargo North. Deep two-pointer there from the Spartans, and that one hits the bottom of the backboard off the pad. Bile comes down with it. Has a nice look ahead to Terhark, but unfortunately the pass was just a little bit out of her reach. So Terhark comes out, and I think number 10, Urlacher, comes in. Bile defending up top on number 21 for the Spartans. That's Hamner. Post up there by number 32, Farnham. And I think it looked like Hereford kind of came around the side, and they're going to call her not having the position on the steal there, so that's her second personal. Good inbounds play. That gets an open look for number 32, Farnham.
That was a good take to the basket, aggressive, forcing that Cheyenne defender to, make the decision: am I going to let the player through, or am I going to contest and potentially commit a foul?
Then on that sequence, we get a jump ball. That possession arrow is going to get over to Fargo North. So with 7:48 to go here. Screen at the top of the key. Gets down into the corner. And then again, another post up. And this time they're going to say an N1. So nice move there into the post. And a bucket there by Farnham down low. So she's had a couple of good post moves down low here. First one generated a foul on the Mustangs, and this one gets her an N1 opportunity. Can't connect on the N1, but Spartans have seemed to find something in the last two possessions, at least down low. Archigo with it. Nice little pass fake up and under. And she's able to kiss that one off the glass for two. So Faith Archigo with a nice bucket. So North setting up their offense here. Coach Wolf just did point out to me that the head coach for the JV team at Fargo North does have some West Fargo lineage. His mom is a teacher at West Fargo High. He was a student at West Fargo High, Darren Baltazar. His mom, a legendary teacher in her own right as well. Joan Baltazar, if you're watching, you are a legend. So 6:48 to go in this second half here. Mustangs continue to hold on to their lead. Substitution in is number 12 for the Mustangs. Spartans looking to set up something in the half court here. Number 12 for the Mustangs, who had subbed in, that's Bryn Bishop. So we have an all C-squad lineup in for the JV game right now, with Bishop, Hereford, Narum, Urlacher, and Archigo. Good drive to the right-hand side there is going to get a free throw opportunity for number 15. I believe that's Grace Anderson.
Only an 8th grader.
And as we said during the C-squad matchup, the Fargo North Spartans do have a young squad as well. They have a good chunk of 8th graders on their C-squad team, and some of them are getting some JV action as well. So I think both Brian Kaluza and Brent Hintz can look at these lineups here and recognize that there is a lot of talent in these younger ages. Probably got to get you excited about what it is to come in these future years and what it is that you'll be able to create. Nice find from Archigo down low to Holder. Holder's having a nice half. Good shot fake there. Frees some space up. But it's Urlacher with the rebound, and her outlet pass is stolen. Narum with it now, and I think that's two times there that he couldn't quite figure out an outlet pass. A little quick on the trigger to try to get rid of the basketball. That one ends up in a travel by Narum. We do want to thank, before I forget, James Fisher, production. C Squad, we'd had Tatum Rasmussen running some production. We also want to thank the National Honor Society. They have been providing some camera work to us the last few games. So inbounds there. Players inbound long enough to make that one work out for them. Urlacher looks in for Holder. The lob pass isn't open.
The one thing that I've seen from this North squad, and even though they're a little bit on the young side, they are aggressive. They go to the basket, and they've been able to draw fouls on a handful of occasions and get to the line and shoot. And I would think that would be a positive for the Fargo North coaches, that the coaching staff, when you see that kind of aggressiveness, that's always a positive. Some bad things can happen. You might throw the ball away or those sorts of things with that aggressiveness. But if you don't have it, if you're too soft, if you're not willing to engage that defense, I think it's even worse for you. So I would think, as a coaching staff at North, they should be pleased with the fact that they have girls that are willing to attack the rim and face up with those defenders, and at least try and get to the basket, maybe draw a foul, and make something happen. I think then that next level becomes finding that extra pass. When that defender slides over to give help, can you recognize that? Can you drop the good pass? Can you get that teammate cutting and getting in a good position? And I think that's maybe where Fargo North still looks to be kind of a step off on that, but I'm sure it's a work in progress.
And finishing with some contact, and every team wants to get better at that, finding a ways. As we see another pick and roll action, this time North recognizes it and is able to steal that pass. So I did say the National Honor Society is here helping us tonight. We did have Trevor Levine helping us during the C game, so we do want to thank him. Special thanks to Zach Breidenbach, who's here for all 3 games tonight doing some camera work for us. So thanks, Zach, for putting in some hours for the National Honor Society, for your service to Cheyenne Mustang Media. Mustangs continue to work the basketball around the perimeter. This is Haas with it. Another great pick and roll there to Terhark. She has found that pick and roll multiple times here, Coach. So with 4:09 to go in this second half, Mustangs almost doubling up the Spartans at this time, 62-33. So a really good effort here out of Sherry DeMaine. As the Mustangs continue to improve as the season progresses. Haas looks up ahead. This one's Terhark. Good job by Terhark. She almost looked like her brother there catching that one in the open floor.
Ooh.
Jump ball there.
Yeah, refs are
not sure that one, but
Helena Holder was aggressive, got that offensive rebound and put it back, but they decided to call a tie-up before that could happen. And I think
a little quick to the whistle, but sometimes, in a lead like this, sometimes you want to make sure that there are no injuries.
Right.
The game at this point is probably not in question, and you want to make sure that nobody ends up falling to the floor, tangled up, and in a rough shape. So Timeout there by Fargo North, and with that, we're going to take a little bit of a break. 3:43 to go. Mustangs up 62-33.
You're watching Cheyenne Mustang Media.
So, Coach, as we said, this is a special night for West Fargo Cheyenne, recognizing a senior that's put in a lot of minutes, quality minutes for this program in Jaden Feist. And so between these games, we are going to recognize Jaden Feist. Mustang Media did produce some videos that we'd like to share with you, so please stay tuned for those so that we can recognize somebody that has had a significant impact on this program, so in Jaden Feist. So stick around for that between games as we also recognize here in the gym. Nice move to the left there for Fargo North, and that gets another end one opportunity. So,
you know, I had the very good fortune to have been Jaden's teacher and also her brother Cole, and you can't find a better person, a better representative for your school, a harder worker than you find in Jaden Feist, and it was absolutely my pleasure to be her teacher, and it's been really gratifying to watch her grow and develop, not as only just an athlete, but as an individual. And I know she's going to be pursuing a degree in education at Minnesota State University Moorhead, and I couldn't be happier for her at all. I've known her family for quite some time. In fact, graduated from high school with her uncle. We won't talk about when that was, but I've had the opportunity to know Jaden and her parents for quite some time, and what a great thing for her to be recognized as a leader of this program. And I know she means a lot, not only to Coach Hintz, to Coach Demain, but also to the girls that she works hard with and practices with and endures with every day. Wow, rainbow shot on that one for Grace Anderson, but nothing but net as she cashes in from the corner three for the Spartans.
So again, you see those flashes out of the Fargo North squad where, as you said, the aggressiveness, that's something that's difficult to teach, and Kaluza's he recognizes this probably in his young girls, that they have girls that want to go to the rim just like we see there. And
now that was that type of the pass that we were talking about.
Extra pass.
That aggressiveness, finding that open area, making that pass, and it pays dividends. You get another opportunity, and that puts a defense on its heels. So I think you're right for Coach Brian Kaluza. He recognizes they're young, but boy, when you see the flashes like this in a young team, that really gives you optimism, and the key is going to be to get them to continue to stay together and to work hard and try and develop as a group.
So at the free throw line here, we got Haas. She's able to connect on her first one. A couple of substitutions in for the Mustangs. We're under 2 minutes to play here in this JV game. We are going to join you a little quicker tonight during the varsity matchup so we can do some of that recognition for Jaden Feist. So you may want to tune in a little bit before game time tonight so you can catch some of that action. Both those free throws do land for Haas, and now Spartans will come back with it. That's a good drive there. Left hand, and Hereford fights for it. Hereford has shown a lot of flashes throughout the season. I've gotten to call quite a few of her games where she has shown some strength and some agility to get to the rim and fight for rebounds down low. refining some of those things. There's definitely a lot of potential for her to produce some great things for the Mustangs in the future here. So Archigo with it now. She moves it over to Bile. Back cut. Bile's vision maybe just a little bit late on the back cut, and pass sails a little bit behind her teammate. So 1:25 to go now in this JV matchup, and it looks like the Mustangs will come away with the victory. Foul there is the 10th Mustang foul as well, so any foul the rest of the way is going to put them into the double bonus, but we are sitting only at 1-11 left here. First free throw does connect. Mustangs up 66-44. Spartans definitely showing some life here in the last 8 minutes or so, scoring a lot of different ways, hitting some jumpers and connecting on some end ones. Mustangs continue to look for some give and go action, and a steal there. And Archigo gets on the floor, and they're going to call a jump ball here. Good hustle play by number 21 for Fargo North as well. That's Hamner getting on the floor with it, and Archigo meets the same action there, and both girls able to get up quickly. So Archigo with it now. Hamner knocks it out. Stays in the possession of Cheyenne. So 51.8 left here to go in this second half action. Ball comes into Narum. She squares up her defender. Lob pass. Again, Coach, that's the one you're talking about. It is difficult for these girls to find that angle on that lob pass, especially if these defenders, and North has been doing a nice job as we see a three-pointer rattle home off the glass. That angle on that pass is tricky.
It really is, and, we probably belong to a generation that practiced that pass, and, good back cut there. We practiced throwing that pass. We also practiced posting that and trying to make that pass as easy for our teammate as possible. And I think, not that it's a lost start so much, but the game has changed so much since either one of us strapped on the shoes to play, and it's very much about metrics now and three-pointers and those sorts of things. And so
that help defense is a little bit different too on that lob pass. You got a lot of guys kind of pinching over and making that lob pass almost an impossible entry in many instances. A lot more zone action that you'll see from the weak side, and so that there are a lot of tricky aspects of that lob pass. But 0.8 seconds left, and that's going to do it for the JV action here. So the Mustangs come away with another win here. So that means both the C squad and the JV come out victorious, and the Mustangs flex their muscles early in this one and kind of hold on with a strong victory here as well for Coach Sherry DeMaine. So with that, we're going to take a break here between JV and varsity action, and like I said, please join us a little bit early for the varsity game. We do want to recognize Jaden Feist and all the wonderful accomplishments she has offered to this program, so stay tuned for that. For now, we're going to take a break.
What I love working about Marvin is I'm always given an opportunity to learn new things. There's never really a dull moment.
When my buddies from out of town ask me where I work, I love to share it. There's always opportunities. You can always move up.
You come in here willing to learn, and if you're willing to do that, you can go anywhere.
The people here is what makes the workplace enjoyable. It's a great place to work.
They have a great benefit package, and as I've been here even for a few years, I've seen that package being adjusted and tailored to try to meet our needs better.
Your experience coming in, our experience that we have here, makes a great combination that we invite.
That generation that helped build this company to what it is today is now getting to retirement age, and we're now to that point in the company where a newer generation of workforce is stepping up to the plate. We're finding our own adventure. I think that's exciting. It is an exciting time to be a part of Marvin.